Welcome to an all-new episode of The Real Steven TV.
Here we go.
National Treasure 3 will see all principal actors return and feature Sean Bean's villain. Now, I had to look up the director's name. According to one of the pronunciations that I heard was that his name is Jon Turteltaub, so that's what we're going to go with. So director Jon Turteltaub has offered a promising update on the development of National Treasure 3, with the filmmaker revealing that all three principal actors, including Nicolas Cage, want to make the action-adventure sequel. During a recent appearance on the National Treasure Hunt podcast, Turteltaub revealed that the long-awaiting third outing in the National Treasure franchise is now being written by a very, very good writer, and that should all the pieces fall into place as they're supposed to, the movie will be made. Regarding the return of the main trio, Nicolas Cage, Justin Bartha, and Diane Kruger, Turteltaub declared that they all want to make National Treasure 3. Released back in 2004, National Treasure introduced audiences to Cage as Benjamin Franklin Gates, a historian, cryptographer, and treasure hunter at the center of a mystery that involves the American Freemasons, the American Revolutionary War, and stealing the Declaration of Independence. But what might National Treasure 3 be about? With Turteltaub kept the plot close to his chest, he did hint at the return of another character from the very first outing. Sean Bean's villainous Ian Howell. Asked if Howell was now out of prison now that 2 decades have passed, the director teased, "Fantastic question. The answer is yes, or about to be yes. And I know this sounds like a National Treasure hint, but I'm not saying it isn't, but I'm not saying it is." While the National Treasure franchise, which introduced 2004's National Treasure, the 2007 sequel National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets, and the recent Disney Plus series National Treasure Edge of History, which Turteltaub said would have nothing to do with the third movie, which I personally think may be good because I never saw the National Treasure Edge of History, but I've heard a lot of people who talked about it who just really didn't like it. And if everything that I've heard is true about that, then to me it sounds like it's a good thing if that's not part of that world or what they're going to have, at least in the third movie. We'll see. If you actually saw National Treasure Edge of History and you liked it, or if you didn't like it, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. Have all been met with mixed reviews from critics. Audience have been crying out for another Nick Cage-led historical heist for quite some time, and it sounds like it's finally getting closer. Now, of course, there has been rumors where Nicolas Cage has said that he wasn't going to be a part of the next National Treasure, but according to Screen Rant, this is something that he said. "Here we go. See, you're the one that brings these things up, and they go out and they eclipse everything else. No, there is no National Treasure 3. If you want to find treasure, don't look at Disney, okay? It's not there." I would start off by saying I don't know if he's as pessimistic as you say he is. And if his quotes seem pessimistic, sometimes cautious might be a better word. Or not keeping his hopes up is a better way of putting it. One of the reasons Nick feels that way is that he's been making movies for 40 years, and that's exactly how the movie business goes. Things mostly don't work out. So you go from when you're 20, you have real enthusiasm. Your movie's gonna get made. Your movie's gonna get made. And then eventually you're like, maybe, I don't know. When they tell me to show up for work, then I know the movie is getting made. But I'm not spending energy on things, hoping and getting disappointed later. So I think what Nick is mostly thinking is he's heard 1,000 times, "Oh, we're getting it made. We're going to do it. Great, the public wants it." And then nothing happens. So when it happens, if it happens, he's going to be thrilled. It'll be great. And I think we're going to make a good movie from what I can tell. So that's from what the director was saying. So based off all of this information, what do y'all think? Did you see the first 2 movies? Did you like the first 2 movies? Did you not like the first 2 movies? Were you someone who, after watching the second movie, when it got to the end of it and they were hinting that there was going to be a third movie, were you excited and in anticipation? Were you one of the people who were thinking like, "Oh, can't wait for there to be a third one," and then have been somewhat disappointed over the years and thinking, "Hey, what happened? Why hasn't there been a third one?" Of course, I've heard rumors about one of the reasons that there wasn't a third one is because they put priority into other projects and they just put that movie in the back burner, and it was like basically what the director and Nick was saying. "Oh, we're going to make it, but oh, we're not going to make it. Oh, we're going to make it, but we're not going to make it." And that can be kind of frustrating. So It sounds like there is real hope because it sounds like the director is saying that they are in fact working on a story for the third movie. So hopefully we'll see something and hear more of an announcement of that there is officially official that there will be a National Treasure 3. So we'll see. Again, leave your comments down below what you think about all this. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It is 100% free to do, and I will catch all of you next time.
Who are you?
A friend.